We are back in wonderful Lazareti co-working space, and we are talking to Nicki.
Hey.
Hi, Nicki is a partner of one of our digital nomads, Kaisu, and but he's also a digital nomad. Am I right?
Yes, that's correct. Or digital nomad, like location independent, remote worker. We travel and work while we travel. So what name you want to call it is more up to everyone else. But yeah, that's our lifestyle. So
Right. But digital nomad does sound cool.
it's a buzzword these days.
Yeah, you're right.
But like for someone like us who's like first traveled independently before we met each other and worked, and like before there was something called digital nomad.
Yeah.
We don't always identify with the term, but it is what we do. So
Sure.
yeah.
So yourself and your partner, you have been traveling / working together for a while, or
Yeah.
is it a new thing?
No, for the last together for the last 3 years, and before that we both been traveling for years before.
Right,
So,
right.
yeah.
So quite experienced.
Yeah.
Cool. You are now in Dubrovnik. You know Dubrovnik from before, or is this your first time here?
So we actually been here one time before, 3 years ago, but only had a short stop here in Dubrovnik before heading to the islands, to Miet and to Vis. So yeah.
Nice. And what do you think now, having spent a bit more time here in very different circumstances?
Yeah.
This is a sort of Corona year still, but hopefully at an end.
Of course, the
So-
first thing you notice is the difference in the amount of people. Like when we were here 3 years ago, the streets were full of tourists and full of life all the time. And now, especially in the beginning of our stay here, it was very quiet and a complete different experience. And also, like the one thing I've been mostly surprised about is that there's actually more to Dubrovnik than just the streets of the old town. That there's different neighborhoods that are starting to come alive, and yeah, where there's also stuff to do.
So what would be, you're getting a hang of Dubrovnik, and of course you don't need a lot of help getting into the groove of working remotely. So what would be, with you being again a partner of a digital nomad, but also well, let's say digital nomad, right? But also a person who's working remotely, what are some of the main challenges and some of the main benefits of doing that, going as a couple,
Yeah.
working remotely, and what have been the challenges about working together in Dubrovnik specifically?
So first of all, like traveling with your partner is like it gives you an amazing opportunity to share the experiences that we before, like you just had these amazing moments and everything to yourself, but now you have someone to share it with, to bounce idea off, and like just talk about the different things. Of course, this situation is unique, and we're very pleased by having been invited and for this opportunity to come into a group of many different people who all have their individual field and can share ideas and know what they're talking about. And I think for us, that's one of the main things when we travel. Like we want to meet other people, and not just people who are like us, but like also people who do different things, have different interests, and in general just have a social life that is in different locations.
Right. So we heard a lot about what digital nomads need.
Yeah.
When they are coming to a new place and they have to work in a new place. So how does that differ, or how is that the same from what the couples need? What do you as a traveling couple need or want to have in a certain location to want to come there for an extended period of time?
Yeah, I think the main difference is the accommodation. Like we tend to prefer to have a little bit more space as in an apartment, or like have a kitchen, cook together and stuff, which is different from what I personally would have before that. Then like before I was more interested in, as long as I'm close to other people and have that easy connection to a co-working or to a some kind of social hub. That was more important before, but now we have each other, so that's it's still important, but it's less important.
Right.
So yeah, I would say that's the main difference, that we look for an apartment rather than just a room or something like that. Otherwise, in determining whether to go somewhere or not, like it's for us, it's always about, is there something to do? Is there a community? Is there something we can learn from? Is it an inspiring place? And that's more important than like what is the actual location. So yeah, because when you travel all the time, like you see old cities and tourist attractions on a day-to-day basis, so it's more the everyday life that is important to us. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. And last question before I let you go back to work. What would be a single highlight of the whole experience so far? It doesn't have to be about just working and living here. It can be anything you want. What sort of stuck with you as the best so far?
Of course, it's impossible not to mention the group of people that we're collected here and the amount of idea sharing, but also in the setting. Like we have today amazing weather, the sea, it's beautiful, and it's a nice it's a nice life.
There you go, digital nomads. It's a nice life. Not a bad motto. Anyway, thank you, Nicki, so much.
Thank you.
Have fun and enjoy Dubrovnik while you're here.
Thank you very much.